So I woke up this morning, I did my daily prayer, and I opened up Twitter, and one of the first things I see is a post from Mr. Sticks, and it's about Ananta. And when I read through, it shows that we have two very important pieces of news. One of them is news that actually disproves one of my videos, and the second is information on when the game could potentially launch. So let's talk about all of that in this video. Hey, what is up guys, it's Mordant. Now, if you're interested in news videos, challenge videos, discussion videos, and lore videos for any of the games that you can see on screen right now, then please consider subscribing to the channel. The goal for the year is 5,000 subscribers. Also make sure to join my hideout on Discord so you can actually send me information that I can actually potentially make videos on. But with that said, let's get back to the content. So let's start off with the release date of Ananta. So in this post, and by the way, I'll link Mr. Sticks' post down in the description so you can actually go there and see it for yourself. But Ananta is scheduled technically to release in the second quarter of 2026. So this can be any time between April, May, and June of 2026, which honestly I don't know how to feel about. So here's the thing. One of the videos that I made about Ananta's release date, I made mention of the Chinese license. And we all know that anytime any company gets a Chinese license, they have exactly 1 year from when the game is given that license to launch the game. I don't know anything about a grace period after that 1 year that they can probably use to then launch the game. So I made a theory that maybe they will be able to renew the license if for some very odd reason they aren't actually able to release the game within that 1 year period. And the license for Ananta is supposed to expire on December of 2025. So the fact that it's going to be coming out anytime between April and June of 2026 is very, very far off. So I don't honestly know how to feel about that. At least we know that the game is coming. So all of the people who have actually been saying that the game is not coming, it's not a real game, can actually just stop talking now because we actually know that the game is coming. Now, here's the thing. We still haven't seen any gameplay. We still haven't seen anything at all from the game. And the second bit of news that I'm going to talk about actually has to relate to that. Now, when it comes to gameplay, which is by far one of the things that fans of Ananta want the most out of the game currently, the devs of Ananta have 2 tests scheduled to launch in 2025. Not one in 2025 and one in 2026, 2 tests in 2025. The first test is going to be happening in August, and that will be happening before their appearance in TGS. Now here's the thing, this throws a wrench in my theory which I had made in a previous video where I had speculated that Ananta was not going to launch with a trailer based on the influences that the game had. And this is something that has been happening with my channel a lot recently. Like the first time I made a video saying that a game was not going to have a beta, that was with Wuthering Waves. I made this video and I don't think it was up to a full week later the devs of Wuthering Waves announced a beta. And it's happened again. This isn't the first time, and I don't think it's going to be the last time. I don't know why these devs seem to have something against my channel. It's so funny, but it's good to see that we will in fact be getting a beta and not just a gameplay trailer. So that raises 2 questions. One, when can we expect the announcement of this new beta that is going to be coming up in August? Now, if we follow the previous behaviors of Ananta, we know that based off what they did in 2024, that they will most likely announce this new beta right after NTE's beta test ends. And this is in line with their Apple-like strategy where they wait for the competition to show their hand first, and then after the competition is done, they then try to one-up the competition. So that's what I think is going to happen. So sometime from July 16th upwards, we might see an announcement for the new beta test that is going to be coming in August. And that's actually a very good time to announce the beta because it gives people a lot of time to actually register for the test. And if they do it the same way that NTE did it, which is take almost a month to allow people to pre-register for the test, then I guess it also allows time to build up hype and also get all of the haters to also come to register for the game to see whether or not it's actually going to launch. But the second question is, when exactly is the second test going to come? If they're going to have 2 tests in 2025, then most likely they would want to have that test before December. So I'm making a theory that they might try to do a beta around November. That's my personal theory. Now, personally speaking, I did not get that number from anywhere. I just pulled it out of thin air, but I think that's a good time because it's close to the ending of the year and a lot of people will be at home. It's close to holiday period, which is a time when a lot of people will be able to actually play the game. And the more people that play the beta and actually like the beta, the more popular that the game can become based off word of mouth. And that potentially could make the game even more successful if it actually hits home with audiences. Now, there's another thing to know here. Even though the devs have said that there are going to be 2 tests in 2025, that doesn't mean that there are only going to be 2 tests for the game. There could be more tests in 2026 in the lead up to the final launch of the game, but all of that remains to be seen. Now, that's basically everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. Now, there's one other thing that was mentioned in the post, which is basically the fact that Ananta knows that Wang Yue and NTE are its main competitors, but they said something which was very interesting, and Mr. Sticks goes into great detail about this. They say that there can only be one game that dominates the urban open world gacha game genre, and that is basically a declaration of war. That's clearly a declaration of war. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how exactly Ananta is going to put their best foot forward. Now, Wang Yue is a game that we don't even know if it's going to come to the global audience because it's only been announced in China. We have seen gameplay of Wang Yue, and I don't think I've heard anything else about it. I'll actually have to go check after this video just to be sure, but the whole gist of the video is it's a good time to be an Ananta fan right now because there is a ton of stuff that is potentially coming up. But with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also subscribe for lore videos, challenge videos, discussion videos, and more news videos on any of the games that you can see on screen right now. Make sure to follow me on Twitter because that's where you will get information about all of these games first before I make a video. And also make sure to join the Discord channel, which I also call my hideout. But with all of that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace, guys.